Welcome back to Dead Good Book Reviews. I am Judith and this is reading vlog number 13 of this year. Hi, I hope you're doing well. I hope you enjoyed last week's reading vlog where I read the whole of the Spellslinger series. I had a good time with it. I hope it was enjoyable for you as well. Today it is Monday the 22nd of March and I'm excited for a new week. I've got a lot on, as ever, but things are going well. I'm hoping to get some sewing done this week. I'm hoping to get a lot of reading done. I'm hoping to not lose the momentum that I had last week. I also need to clear out the airing cupboard. That's nothing to do with you. That's just a thing that needs to happen. It is the last full week of March, and as such, I am scrambling to get the last bits and pieces done that I need to get done before April. So with that in mind, this week is going to feature a lot of Animorphs reading because I still need to read Animorphs 18, which I'm halfway through, Animorphs 19, and Animorphs 20, I think. Let's say that. Let's just say that.
Let's just say that.
I've got those three to read, but in the interest of not making this a really boring vlog, I'm also going to be reading The Gilded Ones, which is the Space Sirens book club pick for March, the month that we are in. Yes, so I will be reading this. It should be a good time. That's on the cards, and if for some reason I finish Animorphs super quickly, I'm also going to try and read Girl, Woman, Other, but this could quite happily bump over into next month. I actually don't know how many books I've read yet this month. Who knows where I'm at in terms of TBR versus actual reading. I don't know. So yeah, that's my reading plans. Over the weekend I did get some book mail. I'm going to grab it for you. It is The Jasmine Throne by Tasha Suri. I am so excited to read this. I've been on the list for this since last year, I think, in terms of getting the arc. I was like, I want it. Orbit, please, I want it. And they sent it to me and they're very nice and kind and good and I'm excited. One is a vengeful princess seeking to steal a throne, the other is a sorceress seeking to save her family. Together they will set an empire ablaze, and this is out in June, so I will definitely be reading it in May, if not before. I think that's the only book mail I've had for a while, actually. I'm not on it with the book mail. I've had another NetGalley approval for something. It was for The Tyrant, which is the third Barry Cormorant book, but I'm holding off on that until next month because I do not have the brain right now for complex political fantasy. I did finish Way of the Argosy last week. I finished it on Sunday morning, so it just missed being in that vlog. My thoughts on that, if you were waiting for my thoughts on that, I will probably put into a separate video, but suffice to say, I thought it was good. I don't think it's as good as the original series, but I'm interested to see where it goes, and I think there's at least another book due in the same storyline, so we'll see. But yeah, not as fun, not as funny, just a sort of a little bit kind of like, this feels like it didn't need to exist. That's where I'm at with that one. It's a beautiful sunny day outside. I have laundry outside for the first time this year. It feels like just a new lease of life. Let's see how long that lasts. Ahoy and hello! Just a quick update of a Tuesday. I finished Animorphs 18. Tick. Yes. Excellent. Most powerful. Kicking the camera. It's a pretty good fun one. It goes to some weird places. That will be the second week of April, so yay for that one. Obviously I still need to film it and stuff, but it's read and that's what I care about right now. I am also 150, I think about 15 chapters maybe? 14, 15 chapters through The Gilded Ones. And so far I like it. It has been a while since I've read YA. Maybe not. No, technically I read YA last week. It's been a while since I've read any YA that I hadn't read before. That's where I'm going with this. I'm more in the mood for it than I have been previously, so that's good. I like the main character. I like the concept. It's reminding me a little bit of, the Taramithari books, but just in terms of like, you are the chosen warriors and now training montage. Because I love a training montage and I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm interested to see how far it can go in this book because I am just shy of halfway through, I think, and I feel like there's more things to be explored, and I don't actually know if this is the start of a series. I assume it is, and I'm interested to see how much more can be fit into this book that then sets up next book. I don't know, it's going to be good. I'm enjoying it at the moment for the most part. I think it's one of those books where it puts a map at the front, but then when you're reading it, it doesn't say the place names enough for you to really follow the journey, and I don't like that. I like to be able to flick back to a map. This is something I've learned about myself. There you go. Interesting tidbits about my week. And I'm still sewing. I'd pick up my project and show it to you, but it's currently attached to a big roll of bias binding and everything will go wrong if I try and pick it up, so I'm not going to. But that is happening and I will maybe show that to you tomorrow, depending on how far I get with it today. All right, that was a quick breezy Tuesday check-in. Hopefully I will have more to report when I finish the Gilded ones. I'm going to try and finish Animorphs 19 this evening. I'm going to try and just put that time aside and try and do it. We'll see. If I can not turn on Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I will probably get through it. But we'll see what my self-control is like later in the day. I'm going to keep this one short and snappy as well. Hello, happy Wednesday. I forgot to clear my memory card and there's limited space left, but I don't want to plug it in and do the whole, no, not doing it. Hi. Minimal reading update. I don't have a huge amount to report. I have finished Animorphs 19. I started it yesterday and I finished it. I powered through. Katie was making a chocolate tart. It was a nice evening. I haven't done any more work on the Gilded ones, so I don't have a huge amount to say. I will say, Animorphs 19 may have been my favourite Animorphs book so far of the entire series. I think it might be the strongest one, and it genuinely made me tear up a little bit. Wasn't expecting that. Wasn't expecting it. Doesn't bode well for my emotions in the future, but hey, we are only 6 books away, 5 or 6 books away from where they start becoming ghost written, and I am excited for that time. So yeah, I think I want to try and do 2 more this week, maybe. We have got some stuff going on this evening that I can't talk about yet. I'm going to try and maybe read half of one, maybe, depending on what time we get home. That's fun and nice and good. But I would like to do some more progress on Gilded ones, and I realised that I also have Thorn, which needs reading because that technically came out yesterday and I haven't reviewed it yet, but to be fair, it was the paperback release. Oh, right, okay, memory card space limited, Judith about to go. I will speak to you when I next speak to you. Happy Thursday. Where is the week gone? Going? I don't know. I think yesterday went well. Can't update you on it. We'll let you know the moment I can. It's nothing booktube related. So, you know, not that fussy. I finished the Gilded ones. I didn't finish an Animorphs. To be fair, I think I got back and I was just so frazzled that all I wanted to do was play Assassin's Creed. Well, but I did finish a book this morning, so it's okay. Yes, I finished the Gilded ones. I think I might have said Namina Fauna before. It's actually Namina, I think, having watched an interview. I should have done that beforehand. That's on me. What were my thoughts on this? I liked it. And I like the kind of background to it, I guess. I watched a couple of interviews and it was really interesting hearing her thoughts on wanting to write a patriarchal society but where women were kicking butt, and that was really interesting, and I think there's a lot of layers of nuance to that come through in this book. I think I could have done without the romance, and to be honest, I don't think the book would have suffered from that whatsoever. I understand why it's there from a point of like, it's nice to have characters who never feel like they can be loved, but then I think save it for the sequel. I would have been really interested to have that relationship develop after the revelations of the first book, and you know, it didn't add anything for me, and maybe that's because I just wasn't in the mood for it, and I was more interested in a lot of the sisterhood stuff that was happening, you know, and I didn't really like that character, the romantic interest. So that's probably my biggest kind of criticism of this. I think though, there are times where you really want a romance in a book and you think, oh, this would have just been, the thing to tip it over the edge would have been if there was a nice little romance in it. There is in this, if that's what you're interested in. I think this book is really well written. I think it's a good YA. I think it's as strong as, if not stronger than, some of the other YA I've really enjoyed in the past. As ever, the problem is timing for me with YA is so difficult, so I think I probably would have loved this even more if I'd read it a couple of years ago. And I do try and think about if I read this book having never read another YA, being completely unfamiliar with the tropes. Angela's actually done a recent video on the difference between YA and adult, or not the difference, but comparing the two for the sake of argument. I got to thinking about, I'm going to put this down, I got to thinking about who YA is marketed towards versus who adult is marketed towards, and the kind of gatekeepers of reading for younger people, which tend to, I would say, probably not an exaggeration to say it tends to be librarians and so such. I wonder if maybe now compared to when I was a young adult it would be more influencers and so such, but I don't know how many young people are watching like booktubers or, you know, influencers who are big on reading YA. I don't know that, and I don't particularly want to go down that rabbit hole. I think that would be very depressing for me. But yeah, wondering who is being pitched these books that are going to be the next Hunger Games, the next, I don't know, I guess Maze Runner would be another one of those, but that kind of thing that, you know, what are we making into the next big thing? Where was my point with this? I think that was just an interesting thought I was having while thinking about YA as a thing. But that's got nothing to do with the Gilded ones really, which is definitely YA. That was where I was going. If you'd never read a YA book before, if you were a 13, 14-year-old going into the library going, I've got to pick a book for reading time, which is a thing that I had to do, what do I want to pick up? I think this would be a wonderful book to pick up and would probably feel much newer than it feels to me, a person who has read a lot of YA and is very familiar with how stories like this go. That's not to say I think this is generic, because I think that's an unhelpful term and probably quite a condescending term, and doesn't really work and doesn't help. And I do think that this book has a lot of different stuff going for it, but there's a lot of familiarity as well. That's the word I'm going for. So yeah, I'd say if you are a YA enjoying person, or this book interested you in a conceptual kind of way, I would say go for it. I think it'd be interesting to see, I don't know if this is a series or not, I can't remember, but it'd be interesting to see what's next and what happens next with either this series or this author if it's not a series. Tonight, animorphs. Tonight, definitely animorphs. Before tomorrow, animorphs. I also kind of want to start Thorn, but I do not have time. I don't. I'm just going to say that now. I do not have time. But this is my mental note to, if I'm editing this on Friday or if I'm editing this on Saturday, show what the progress on the sewing project. I don't want to do it right now, but show some progress. Maybe take a clip of you wearing it. That would be fun. Mental note. Right, I'm going to get on. Hi, welcome to a slightly different angle, because everything else is a mess. Hi. Hello, happy Friday. Judith, did you finish Animorphs like you said you were going to? Why, thank you so much for asking, Judith. No, I did not, because I am a piece of trash. I did, however, finish this, which I'm wearing, which you can't see. Hang on. That's about as much of it as you're going to get. Oh, I could tilt the camera down, couldn't I? That would be a thing that is humanly possible. Ignore my carpet. This is the thing. It's like much cuter with a belt on. Anyway, sewing project for March. Complete. I started this project a couple of weeks ago, so it's nice to have it done, and it's so comfy. It's like wearing pajamas. Yeah, I haven't finished any books. Should have done. Never mind. But it is only lunchtime, and I do have some time this afternoon. The other thing I need to do is start work on clearing out the airing cupboard, because that's what being an adult is like. Sometimes your evening plans involve airing cupboards. I realised I forgot to say that I have actually started Fool's Quest. There we go, Fool's Assassin was the first one. Fool's Quest, I have finished that. No, I haven't, I've started it. I started that at the beginning of the week, end of last week, and I've got, I think, about 12 hours left on that, but that will be done by the end of the month. I am determined. There has been more reading happening than perhaps it may seem. I'm just sort of working out what my next bits and bobs will be, but I did get a very lovely present from Justine, and I will just show you the bookish part, because she's very lovely, and she got presents because she's nice. I have nice friends. She sent me a copy of Archive of the Forgotten, which, yes, very much enjoyable, and also The Ruthless Lady's Guide to Wizardry, which apparently has adventuring gaze, so I'm excited for that. Sparks fly in this enchanting fantasy novel, when a down-and-out fire witch and a young gentlewoman join forces against a deadly conspiracy. Of course I'm going to like it. I'm excited. Thank you, Justine. It is also Sweep Up Your Smalls this weekend, which is a readathon that Asher is running. So I'm kind of counting Animorphs 20 as one of those, because it is a much shorter book, and I need to finish it. And then I might do my reread of... what are they called? Ooh, Silver in the Wood and The Drowned Country, because I have them physically and I want to reread them. Maybe I'll read those over the weekend. Oh, there's so much reading deciding to be doing, but none of it's particularly interesting to talk about on a vlog. Nobody wants to hear your internal thought process. This is what happens when I vlog standing up. I just get too much energy and my arms wave way too much. Right, I'm gonna go. I shall see you tomorrow with hopefully some progress on something, but honestly, I don't know. Hello, it's Saturday morning and I have finished Animorphs 20. So there we go, success for the week. I just wanted to come in very quickly and say that I don't have much else to say about it really. I had a look at my shelves to see if I had anything under 300 pages for Sweep Up Your Smalls, and I do. I have Dowry of Blood, so maybe I will read that this weekend. Maybe I will not do that and instead read Girl, Woman, Other. Maybe I will read something completely different. Maybe I will read nothing at all. I don't know. I'm a wild card. But yes, essentially, I don't know what I'm doing yet, and perhaps we shall see as the week goes on. I do need to film my TBR for next month and an Animorphs video, at least one today, but I think I'm going to try and do that later when the sun's come around a little bit, maybe. So yeah, thank you for joining me this week. I hope it has been a interesting reading week for you. Let me know if you prefer kind of a more series focused vlog like I did for Spellslinger, or if this kind of casual rambling is okay. I can't promise I'll change any of my behaviours, but it would be interesting to know what your thoughts are on that. If you haven't already, comment below with what you've been reading this week. I would love to know. I always love hearing what you've been up to. It's very nice. I like my Sunday mornings going through my comments. It's always good. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. I have excellent content coming your way in the next few weeks, and be sure to subscribe for Animorphs April if that's what's brought you here. And I think that's everything. Follow me on my social media, all that jazz. That's all from me, and I will see you in the next one. There's gonna be some bloopers now. Oh, the life of a glamorous book reviewer. I cannot roll my R's. Nope, that looks like rain. Laundry. Where was I going with this? I've forgotten.